So today we're trying a couple things. I moved the front truck way back and took out all the spacers, so it's got a considerably more travel up and down, and it feels pushing feels really sketchy. So we're gonna try it here on this little parking lot. And we've got a tailwind, so it'll be simulating being on a downwind, getting that wind at our back. Cool.
Good afternoon. So I'm super stoked that the foil skateboard has evolved as far as it has. I did not see it being this fun and useful and foil-like. It started as just a way to work on my balance, and in this current version here, it's fun, and it's of course still challenging and very foil-like to me anyway. From my foil experience so far, it really helps me work on balance in all directions and turns. Like, turning on this is radically different than any normal skateboard that I've been on, and yeah, so I'm super stoked. The way it is now, I can push full speed and feel pretty comfortable. Even I've only been on this version once or twice, but yeah, so super fun, super stoked, and look forward to taking it all around.
So I'm thinking maybe casters up front.
Yeah, so this is one of the ideas I had to put casters on, and thought, oh yeah, it'll really loosen up the front like the foil. And whoa, as soon as I got on it, I was so sketch. It was super loose, but also super out of control. Just felt no way to maintain forward direction, and felt like with speed it would be even sketchier. Just no.
Thinking casters would be scary.
So here was my next idea, to put a spring in front. I was reluctant to try this, figured it wouldn't help, or it would make it too easy. But then here we go. It helped. This is the first time I was actually able to get realistic rides or sustainable rides. Instead of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds, I could actually ride the full length of this little street here, and actually stay centered for the most part. It's still really hard and really challenging. Like, to make it the full length of this thing was quite a feat. And so here was the one spring in front and back the same.
All right. Testing the foil skateboard on a little hill here. Just enough slope to scare me silly and not kill myself. Here goes.
Yeah, I was so pumped on it, and feeling confident, so I took it here and to this hill, and see what happens when I get some sustained speed. So because there's only like a slight resistance both front and back, I was constantly working on keeping the front and the back up. And then once I got some speed here and would lean forward and catch the front wheels like that, it would kind of counter steer, or felt like it steered in the opposite direction, and feel really sketchy.
I feel like I had no control. I was like headed to the curb. I'm like, oh. Again from the top of the hill.
So that's why in this one you'll see me leaning back quite often, because even though that felt a little squirrely and not very controlled, it felt way safer to be on the back, or at least I had some control, whereas leaning full on the front felt like it was just gonna do some gnarly stuff if I really put all my weight on the front going full speed into a turn. But I made it, and it was exciting.
All right, that felt fast. Like eat shit and die fast. Man, I was afraid to touch the front or the back. It felt like really I could just see like the front of the back grabbing and going hard one way or the other, and the top board ripping itself off of the bottom board, and bad things happening. Yeah, don't want to find out the hard way, but yeah, speed's a little scary on this, so maybe, you know, not so much, or some way to drag or slow down or scrub speed, or just, you know, stay with the flats and push. But that was interesting. That was a little scary. Maybe I need a stronger spring and back.
Yeah, so in the spirit of you know, trying new things and what intuitively seemed like would be the right direction, I tripled the resistance in back, and I was reluctant to try it because it just seemed like it wouldn't work, or it would or I don't know, just for some reason it seemed like that would make it too easy or something, or not foil like. But so here I go, and you can see I'm real cautious with the start. Want to have that foot right in the right spot so that when I come up, I'm not completely out of control. And to my surprise, it felt really awesome. Just like super foil-like. That's the thing I noticed with the foil, is in the surf, it wants to come up. It's gonna come up, especially on a steeper or bigger wave. The front is coming up whether I want it or not. And so all the conscious effort for me is on keeping the nose down or level. And so I really had to put that focused effort on having my feet more forward and having my front foot really weighted to level out or balance out or counteract the natural uplift motion of the foil at speed. So that's what this to me feels like, is having a lot of resistance in back. It really felt good that way, and I was like super pumped, because you can see it's like I mean, it's still a challenge, like side to side and leaning in turns and pushing. It's all like really fine balance points, as you can see here. Just get a little off center, and all of a sudden, I mean, I'm waving my arms, I'm gyrating my hips, doing everything I can to stay balanced. So it's still like this workout and really challenging, but now it's fun. You know, it's actually a fun skate. So I'm super pumped at this point, and you can see the victory there. Back at the hill for a downhill test. What I hope is the good to go version of this foil skateboard, surf foil, hydrofoil trainer, whatever the right name for it is. So here we go. So I completely took the bushings out of the rear truck, so it's just flopping around loose as can be. And the front is a Carver truck, which is, you know, an additional degree of turning, and it's pretty loose. I have it set pretty loose, but you can see that, like, with the additional springs and back, I feel completely in control, and the super loose, sketchy trucks are manageable. It's yeah. So I was, so pumped. It's like it felt really good, surfed really good, or skated really good, and felt foil-like. Yeah, and on the final version, I took away the front spring to give it even less resistance and more nose pop up. All right, it felt really good. Smooth. Turns were fluid, they weren't sketchy. Felt like speed was my friend. Didn't feel like I was gonna eat it at any time. Just actually wanted more speed. Like, I seemed to be at home. At the same time, it's like really loose feeling.
And yeah, so fun. Definitely huge improvement. Like, it feels kind of like the foil. It's got that little bit of twitch and just real slow, gradual movements and nothing jerky or big. And just try to hold on to that balance point.
I hope you enjoyed watching. For me, it's been a really fun adventure, and I believe it's helped my foiling, and at least I feel a lot more comfortable going out and trying to foil surf. Thanks for watching.